This paper really goes into the very, very exciting post-production space, which is evolving at a very fast pace. And it has the unique combination of creativity as well as technology, both of which are very, very rapidly evolving as far as movie making is concerned. So we basically delve into this paper in terms of what is the future of post-production. I mean, it has been well known that post-production, especially as it relates to processing, is now old news. People have moved into special effects, people have moved into VFX. There's been a lot of talk about 3D. But the fact remains that each of these trends have at different times in the past seen different peaks. And the question we really try and answer is, are these trends, which are now again on the uptake, really sustainable? And really, who are the kinds of companies who will win, and what will it take to win? So our conclusions essentially are that in this post-production space going forward, the two large areas of work which will see sustainable growth are essentially VFX and 2D to 3D conversion. VFX, while it has been known, has been an important contributor to the storytelling as well as just the effect or impact a movie has on audiences. I think the scale at which it is being used today is unprecedented. It will not be very far away in the future when actually actors are just acting in a green room with practically everything being recreated. And I do see a situation where a business case can be made for in-location shooting versus the cost of doing those special effects or animation. And to some extent, I'm using the two interchangeably, though technically they're not right. The second part is really about 2D to 3D. Now, the last time that trend happened about 20 years back, it didn't sustain because the exhibitors, which are really the multiplexes, did invest in the technology required, and they didn't do that simply because the ticket prices were not sustaining that kind of investments. But I think the story has completely changed, and there are a significant number of movies, and in fact, if you see the top grossing movies, a majority of them are 3D. But what's interesting is that this conversion is, as the word says, being converted, whereas the original thinking was actually trying to shoot it in 3D, which is technically much more complex as well as it's cumbersome. And this new way of bringing the story to life is providing storytelling a new edge, and we believe that more and more directors, producers will adopt this going forward. The real cusp really is, and many electronic companies are working on it, is in terms of being able to display 3D on actually a 2D screen, and that might actually be the next wave of growth. But anyway, there are many such interesting trends. I welcome you to read the paper and get back to us with any comments or suggestions or even questions.